Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monty Puck with Puckin' Around, and today we are talking about the November 18th, 2025 game between the St. Louis Blues and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Heading into this game, the Maple Leafs were missing 7 regulars from the lineup. So Anthony Stolarz, Austin Matthews, Chris Tanev, Scott Laughton, Brandon Carlo, Nicholas Waugh, and Matthew Nyes all missed tonight's game. Jacob Quillen made his season debut, and Sammy Blais drew back into the lineup as well. And of course, Easton Cowan is still with the Leafs. The game started off pretty poorly for Toronto. Just under 2 minutes into the period, with 18-10, Nathan Walker chips the puck up into the air, and William Nylander bats it out of midair and into the net past Joseph Woll on his own goalie. 1-0 Blues. Nylander went over to Woll and apologized and said that he would get it back, which he did later, and Nathan Walker gets credit with the goal since he was the last Blue to touch it. Then with just under 18, Jacob Quillen in his first shift of the season laid a big hit on Tyler Tucker, and they got tied up behind the Blues net for a while. Then with about 16.5, Troy Stecher is carrying the puck out of the Leaf zone, and Pavel Buchnevich takes him down for a tripping minor. With just about 15.5, a bad Leafs change on the power play leads to Matthew Joseph getting the puck shorthanded and curling around the net and trying to jam one past Woll that he's able to stop. With about 14.5, just after the power play expires for the Leafs, Jake McCabe takes a shot for the point that gets blocked and bounces back to him. He then takes a second shot that goes through a little bit of traffic and past Binnington to tie the game 1-1. Then with just under 3.5, Max Domi gets a partial break and Tucker high sticks him, cutting open his lip. Tucker gets a 4-minute double minor for high sticking, and the Leafs go to a power play. The power play extended into the second, and the Leafs were unable to score on it, unfortunately. Then heading into the second, there were some good chances like Jacob Quillen passing instead of shooting on a partial break. And then with around 10.5, Sammy Blais draws 2 St. Louis Blues towards him and sauces a pass across to Steven Lorentz, who rips it glove side on Binnington to make it 2-1 Leafs. With around 9 to go in the second, Riley and Domi collided inadvertently, and Riley was shaken up but stayed in the game. With just under 7 to go in the second, after a pretty bad tripping call on McCabe, they made another pretty bad one right after this as well on McCabe. But on the first one, Robert Thomas manages to find Dvorsky open near the hash marks, and he ripped one home to tie the game 2-2 with a power play goal. Then with about 8.5 left in the third, Riley, Tavares, and Nylander come in on a 3-on-2. Riley finds Nylander, who passes it to Tavares, who rips it, but Binnington is up to the task, making a nice stop. With a few minutes left in the period, Bobby McMahon got a nice chance out front that Binnington stopped, and then the Blues went the other way, and Woll made a big stop. At this point, the commentators mentioned that Sammy Blais went to the dressing room, and I did not see him for the remainder of the period or the overtime. So I'm unsure of his status, but I hope he's okay because we already have 7 guys down and we do not need any more injuries. I was very worried after the Riley collision and then now the Sammy Blais situation here. Hopefully nobody else gets hit with the injury bug. The game was tied after the first period, the second period, and the third period, which is pretty interesting. And so we are going to overtime. In the final minute of overtime, John Tavares has the puck and he's pinned up against the boards in the Blues zone and surrounded by all 3 Blues on the ice. He manages to kick the puck out of the group and to Morgan Riley, who finds William Nylander as he's coming onto the ice, and Willy toe drags around Philip Broberg and forehand backhand around Binnington, then from backhand back to forehand to put it into the net and even out the karma, bringing balance back to the game. He put the first one in on our net, and he put the last one in on the Blues net. The Maple Leafs win 3-2 in overtime, and it was their best game in a while, aside from some minor things like the Nylander batting the puck into his own net. But he made up for that with his highlight reel overtime winner. I hope that we are able to get some players back soon from injury, and that they are able to keep this momentum going, finally being able to win a game and end the 5-game losing streak. With that being said, thank you guys for listening. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.